Hello everybody and welcome to Dynamic GT League's Teams with a Twist series for Race 1 from Interlagos. And joining us on commentary is Raymond. How are you, Ray?
I'm very well. I'm looking forward to this Twitch series.
Yep. So, do you want to try and explain quickly what is going on here?
So we have drivers in Group 3s and drivers in Group 4, so people who win a championship, Dirty or Gold Star or Silver or Platinum or whatever, are in the Group 4s, and drivers that haven't won a championships are in Group 3s.
Yep, absolutely, and perfectly timed there as well. It's almost like you knew what was going to happen. So, Group 3s, the front of the grid, as Artpal took pole position in qualifying with Nelly in second place.
In third place we've got Rich Blues, and fourth we've got Mr. Critical, and fifth we have, who's in the Jag? Gary.
Yep.
And then we're on the Group 4s.
Yep, Demon R, and then Formula Gary again.
What?
No, it wasn't. It was the same livery. We just haven't explained that drivers are also in teams, as we've just messed up that grid walk completely. But it did highlight the fact that yes, we are in teams, as we are now at 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away they go. And who's got a good start? Oh,
Rich Blues.
It looks like it is. SGP's had a terrible one down at the back. Rich Blues up the inside. Oh, and he gets a bit of a nudge from behind from Nelly. Oh, and another little bit of a nudge. Get out the way.
He's got to be careful he doesn't spin it coming back onto the track.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nelly doesn't seem like to be yielding, as we've got. Is that Gary or is that Steve F1? That's Steve F1.
No,
Steve F1.
That's Gary in second place.
Oh, Gary in second place.
No, he's not. He's disappeared. He's off the track. Oh dear, Critical's gone wide as well. I didn't think we'd be getting confused between teammates because of liveries, but yeah. So Formula Gary in the lead Jaguar at the moment. He's gone wide again, though, and that'll big time be because he had an off and got dirty tyres. Because the drivers in these Group 3s, Ray, they're on the racing hard tyres, aren't they?
Yeah, they're in the racing hard, so maybe a little bit more slippery, but the Group 4s are in. There's a lot going on there. The Group 4s are on racing soft, so a little bit more grip in the corners, and they'll get the less speed on the straights.
Yep. Okay, up at the front, Artpal's opened up a little bit of a gap to Nelly. Gary's still in third place now, but he has got a half second. He's got a big spin on. Oh, back into the road. Oh, collects 2 teammates. Jason got rid of him rapidly. And although I think it might have hurt Jason quite a bit there as well, he has dropped further back, I think.
Yeah, so with Rich Blues and SGP not that far away from each other, could there be some teamwork going on in a minute or so, as SRI's getting surrounded by Twilight and SGP round the outside, Twilight and inside, SGP's backed out.
Now, I do know that SGP did say to Rich Blues before this race, do not bump draft me, because SGP's view is they will both be quicker if Rich just goes ahead, as we've got SRI defending from Twilight, and if you get offended by what is on the rear wing of Twilight and Artpal's car, it's not an offensive word, it's their team name, short for Twilight and Artpal. Whether the team name is correct or not, I guess time will tell. Okay, so we've got here...
I thought it was just what kind of people they are.
Maybe. Okay, so we've got Critical here, right behind Steve F1. So this is Group 3 against Group 4. And as you said, the Group 4s will have more grip in the corner. So Steve F1 is showing here as Rich Blues just went a little bit deep. And SRI trying to make a quick, cheeky move on him there. So yeah, it is going to be a factor for the Group 3 drivers in the whole of this championship that they will not be faster in the corners, but they have got more than enough pace. So for example here, Ray, Critical's behind Steve F1. All he needs to do is get a good exit out of this corner. He'll be past Steve F1 down the main straight, get a couple of seconds ahead, lose a bit of time in the middle sector, and then open the gap up again when they get back to this straight on the next lap.
Yeah. Is that Rich Blues?
Yep.
Yeah, Rich Blues usually overtaken Steve F1, and Gary there behind his teammate Steve F1 now.
Yes, he is. Okay, so yeah, we've got critical Rich Blues, Steve F1, Formula Gary there. So yeah, this is where for Formula Gary, the best thing he can do is not try and bump draft Steve F1 and just get past it. Oh no, he has gone for the bump draft, but that will cost Gary time, and you don't really want to be losing time in the pack in the Group 3s compared to the Group 4s. Should quickly mention as well as Rich Blues has a bit of a wobble. The boost is on. I was going to say loads of other stuff then, but my mind just went completely blank, you know. It's not a joke.
Yeah.
There's no waiting for a pun.
No, that was my brain went blank as well.
Well,
As we see, Gator and SRI side by side. Gary's still behind Steve F1, but he's a few cars down, is he not?
Yeah,
no, he's right behind.
No, he's right behind him, but yes.
Oh, Jason's lost it.
Has he? I've not seen it, unless he was on the pack cam. Maybe I just wasn't looking though. Okay, Rich Blue's having a little bit of a wobble, but he's still close to critical. Now with the boost, 6th down I believe it'll be that gets boost. So yeah, so if Gary on this lap had actually just gone past it, so he's bump drafting him again, I would highly recommend, Gary's trying to help, but he's hurting himself. He's much better off driving past and pulling away.
Is he really hurting himself because he can maybe pull away?
No, he's being overtaken by SRI.
Down here he's going to get past SRI and then he's going to get onto the back of Steve F1 and give him another nudge in the next straight. Oh no, SRI is a bit later on the brakes there.
Yep. Well, as you said, I mean the Group 4s have got more grip. So this thing's if Formula Gary had gone past on the straight, he would have been ahead of Steve F1 now. Oh, big crash! Big crash, and we got a few cars collected there.
Demon L's doing a bunny hop.
Right, no, he's twerking, mate. That's what it is. Twerking up against a barrier. Now, interestingly, Rich Blues is still...
I think we need to practice on that twerk. That wasn't much of a twerk.
It wasn't, was it? Maybe it's because he saw the video of the woman that was doing that and ended up clapping her pants. Oh, Pearl! Big tank slapper. He saved it, but that's going to close that gap up between these two. On the pack count, we've still got Rich Blues right behind Critical. Rich just had a sideways moment though, and here goes Nelly then up the inside. Now, we've not seen these two battle yet, so let's see how they get on. Down into turn 1 is Nelly going to go for it up the inside.
Yeah, he's got as long as he keeps it on the apex, just got to give that pal that room on the inside, and yeah, he's got it. Let's see if that pal will come back to him in the next corner. Oh, a wee bit wide. I want to watch how wide to go there.
Yeah,
he'll end up with a half-second penalty.
Could do, but interestingly as well, that little moment, I mean, it wasn't a little moment for Art Pal, but that moment will have put a bit of a heat cycle through Art Pal's tyres, which means he may need to try and cool them down. So let's keep an eye on whether his car's going to get a little bit wiggly anywhere. It is a feature with these Group 3 cars, because they're on the hard compound tyre. If you get them too hot, they don't have a lot of grip. It looks like he's getting it slowed down into the corners. Oh no, see, just then he had another little bit of a moment. Oh, and there. And a big spin. Oh dear. See, now can he get going before Critical gets here? Run, Forrest, run.
Now he's going to have dirty tyres and overheated tyres, so
yes,
he's got to be careful.
Absolutely.
There's in the pack, a couple falling behind there in the pack.
Well, I mean, it would be very easy for a driver in Art Pal's situation then, as Critical looks at making the move. See, if I was Art Pal here, don't fight this, because if he fights it down into turn 1, he might not have the grip in the tyres. But I think you know that. But yeah, so it'd be very easy for someone in Art Pal's situation to not really realise why he had that spin. But when you look at it, it all came from the previous lap final corner. Previous lap final corner where he had the big slappery slide as it's getting very busy. Art Powell behind Critical. And on the pack car, big crash, Steve F1, I think that is. Yeah, it is. I didn't see exactly what happened there. We've got Art Powell and Critical battling down towards turn 4. You see Art Powell, I think he knows he can't push the tyres right now because it would have been very easy to sort of try and force it up the inside there.
Yeah, but he's going for it here. He's got the apex. That'll put Critical on the dirty stuff, and you'll see the marble. There's some now, but not quite a lot. But as the race goes on, there will be more. Oh, Critical's on the marbles.
Yeah, Art Powell had a big wobble there by trying to keep the tight line and give Critical space. So a bit of a wobble. I think Critical had a bit of a wobble as well, and he's just had another one. And Rich Blues is actually closing in on these two. So
yeah, there he's there.
Yeah, he's there, isn't he? Or is it SGP? But no, it's Rich Blues on the pack cam, getting very busy behind Formula Gary. Now, interestingly, all Critical. Oh, that looked like it may have been a little bit of a late move, and is he letting Art Powell back past?
No, I think they're still battling.
No, I don't know if he let him back past, but yeah, I think if he did, that was the right thing to perhaps do that. Here's Rich. Rich might have a chance here.
Yeah, is it going to go for it? No, he's just in the background there, isn't he?
Back cab. Yeah. Can they get through the corner? Oh, Demon R was a bit sideways. I think Rich has had a big sideways moment as well. Yeah, he's dropped back a little bit. Art Powell going slightly defensive here towards turn 4.
Yeah. Pack down of 2 by 2. Maybe by 2 further down, I can't see.
I've got a very tickly throat today, I don't know why. No dirty comments. Okay, so Critical behind Art Powell once again. Now, while these guys have been battling, Nelly has been able to open up quite a nice gap up at the front. Art Powell just went a little bit deep. That'll give Critical a little bit of an opportunity. But as we mentioned earlier, or has been mentioned a bit, Rich gets sideways again. It's going to be interesting to keep an eye out for these little sideways moments that these drivers are having, like Art Powell there. That's just happened. What's going to happen now? Excuse me. Can he make the apex? Yes,
yeah, he made the apex.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So, bit of a wobble. You've got to counteract that when you get to the next braking zone. Pat Cam, we've got Steve F1 behind Formula Gary. And I was trying to say earlier that Gary's not been able to break away from the pack. But although the pack has got boost, he should still be able to break away. But as we know, Gary has not been able to practice in this car yet because he only got it a day ago. Critical.
He got it on the day of the race.
Did he? Well, there you go. Yeah, Critical's just had a big sideways moment. So let's see how he gets on in the next few corners. Something's happening on the pack cam. Maybe here now, yeah. So Steve F1, yeah, Twilight's off in the background. Didn't exactly see what was happening there. It's Jason. How is the inside of Steve F1? No, he's not.
No,
yes,
he's behind him. I think there's a bit of a touch there.
Maybe.
But Steve F1's managed to slow it down. Jason is going to try and go around the outside. Steve F1 says, no, you shall not pass.
No, but up the inside he tries to go into turn 6, but Steve F1's still got that covered off. Surely Steve's going to cover the inside. Yes, just as Jason covers it from SGP, who's behind, and then Demon R there as well. Yeah, SGP, Demon R side by side. Now, in this situation, Ray, this is definitely a position for Steve F1 where, as helpful as it might be, Gary giving him a slipstream down the main straight, you kind of probably benefit from Gary not giving him dirty air in the corners.
Yeah, definitely, because it'll just make his car slide around more, but it looks like he's got it under control, to be honest.
Yeah, Gary wasn't quite under control then, as he got a bit wobbly out of Young Cow. As on the pack camera, actually having a look at Nelly from looks like Nelly's driving quite nicely. But then, as we know, Ray, as these two go side by side, 3 wide actually, when you're out in front on your own, it's a lot easier to drive calmly, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't. You kind of just try and manage the gap and just keep an eye on your lap times. Make sure you're not. Oh, Jason, Jesus!
I don't think you saw it then as well. SGP nearly ended up in the barrier on the right-hand side. I think a bag for life may have just wafted in front of his face as Jason gets the move done. Now, interestingly, in the practice in a few weeks before the race of Steve F1, we're having a look up the inside into turn 6, which we've got to be careful of a bit of understeer. He's not getting that at the moment. Oh, little slide, but that's an alright 4-wheel slide there. Yeah, so Jason was struggling massively with top-end speed in this car, like multiple seconds off the pace. But we did find a bit of a trick with the gearing with it, so now he's got speed on the straights. I thought we might have got a little bit of a nudge then from that carrier bag.
The wind must have blew it.
Okay. I think Twilight just give Jason a little bit of a nudge. That could. Oh, Gary's gone deep at Young Cow. Twilight's got a penalty. Has Gary got a penalty as well? I would hope not. Okay, so now looking at this, Arpal has managed to pull away from Critical. Critical making his way into turn 1. Looking at the lap times, 38s and 37s. Oh dear! Oh, can he get it?
That scared the shit out of me. I wasn't expecting that.
I think it might have scared the crap out of him as well. So this is where that Critical now needs to look after those tyres for a lap or two. Artpal's lap time's been a 38s and 37s, and Nelly consistent 37s. I said it looked like he was driving quite nicely. Yeah, I mean, he's had a couple of 36s in there as well, but yeah, it's very nice. Artpal, he's had a 36.9 recently, 37.0 last lap. A couple of 38s, and that's after he'd had the spin and a bit of the battling. But that kind of showed Artpal got through that phase of his tyres being hot from having those couple of wobbles, calmed it down, was able to open the gap up then. And now he seems to be quick. Critical and Gary.
Oh, he's went deep.
Whoa, in the middle of the road. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, so, and unfortunately for Critical, that has come from the spin at turn 1.
Yeah, Jason, a wee bit roughy toughy in there, but yeah, Critical needs to really look after his tyres. Oh, that was a bit of a block from Steve F1.
Oh, Jaguars don't go meow, do they? Oh, I don't know. Actually, you know what? I know what noise a Jaguar makes. Okay, Gary's just had to serve a penalty, so he's now got Jason to the side of him. He's gone for the bump craft again. The problem with doing that though is it kills your own speed, Gary, and now he's not going to have the grip in the corner. Yeah, so he gets a little bit understeer. Oh, Jason gives Gary a bit of a nudge and a double nudge, and that's Steve F1. And here comes the pack. Oh, this will help Critical regain a bit of ground, won't it?
Oh, Demonar's off.
Is he?
Demonar, yeah. In one turn 2 to turn 3, it was way wide.
Oh dear.
Oh, who's that? Somebody's come in tight and just nudged Jason out the way. Was that Steve F1?
I do not know. I was not watching, to be honest. Yeah, I was having a drink at that point.
The colours of Steve F1's car.
On the side.
Yeah.
Oh, on the Steve. It looked like Steve F1. So it could have been Gary, but Jason isn't around Gary.
No, Gary's away up the road. Yeah,
okay.
Compared to where Steve F1 was.
Yeah, true.
No, it's side by side on a back cam. And who's that? Who's that? It's out. Is that Critical in the middle? Yeah, Critical got a wee bit. It looked a wee bit ugly for Critical, as in driving style. He was on the curb and whatnot.
Oh,
Oh, critical, come on.
Interesting, we both looked at the pack cam at the same point then, I'm guessing, as he got all over the curb. Okay, so Rich Blues, with Critical having his spins, is kind of in no man's land at the moment, as he has a little bit of a slide, but his lap times, 38s and 37s, I mean, you know what, he's had a couple of lap times in there that are relevant to Nelly's lap times, so he's not going to be catching Nelly at that pace. Oh, we've got Twilight off, I think, at turn 1. Yeah, so he might not be catching Nelly and Art Pal, but he's putting in good lap times, is Rich Blues. It's Critical now here in 5th place ahead of this battle. It does look like Jason's car is jumping about a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, a wee bit of contact there with SGP, pushing him a wee bit wide. And we've got to be careful. SGP try to go for his switchback, but then he's going to put him on the outside for this corner, and he doesn't want to get too wide because look at the marbles.
Yeah, absolutely. Steve F1's gone wide.
Oh,
and yeah, I think he, I don't know, maybe went in a bit hot and bailed out of it to perhaps not spin. I mean, I know that's something I've done over the years. Is if you're rotating the car a little bit too much and you think it's going to spin, you bail out of it and go straight on. Saves the tyres. Interestingly, Critical just ahead of Jason now. Really needs to try and just cool things down a little bit with his car, and he'll pull away from these guys. Oh, spinner! I think SGP was already losing it because Demon R helped him around and Demon R's carried on.
I don't see that. I wasn't watching at that moment in time, unfortunately.
Was you having a drink?
No.
I might have to have more. It's bloody roasting here. You know what?
Oh,
I moved my fan. I didn't even turn it on. Right, turn my fan. So if it suddenly gets windy here, folks. Oh, that's better. Okay, so we've got SRI battling with Jason side by side now, heading down towards turn 4. This should help Critical pull away a little bit. Now, Critical with Formula Gary here, I think you kind of got to be patient, I think, if you're in Critical's position. Even if you think you're faster than Gary, you've got to be careful of where Gary might position that car, as SRI has a look up the inside into 6. Jason round the outside. There's some grip in that BMW, you know.
Yeah. There is. Oh, is he going for a shot? Oh, he nearly had to move on his teammate there. he's flashing his flasher saying, hurry up, come on.
Yeah.
I'm under attack here.
Well, maybe he is under attack. SRI having another look. SRI gives Jason a little bit of a tag. Okay, Critical all over the back of Formula Gary. But now at this part of the track, just get that last corner right. Oh, it's SRI. I don't know if it was nudged off or he nudged himself off. Okay, Critical's got a good exit, has he? Yes, he has. Excuse me. Make the move on Gary and then calm it down and pull away.
Yeah. Oh. I think Gary's trying to keep Critical tight and Critical's trying to make Gary be wide.
I think you might be right. Okay, Steve F1 has pitted previous lap. Twilight is into the pits now as Critical making the move up the inside. These two going side by side will allow Jason and Demon R to get close, but down this next straight they should pull away once again. And this is where the drivers in the Group 3s, they have to be thoughtful of where they're going to try and make overtakes. Because, so for example, if Gary goes for an overtake here, they're both going to lose time, and he's having a look, but he's not really going for it. Oh, Critical's gone deep though. I don't know if he was nudged deep.
Might be a penalty, I don't know. But he's changed. He went from short shifting, now he's back into using all the revs, and we know that car was.
Yeah, nah. I don't want to
had up in the dirty tyres, going wide at that, whatever turn it was, as we see somebody on the marble at SGP.
Oh, it's going again!
Is he going again? Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, he's gone again. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say it because I didn't want to sound like a broken record, but yeah, that moment wide at 4.
The soft tyres where?
The soft tyres do wear quite a bit. Should the drivers need to pit? maybe. It's going to be different wear for the different cars. So, I mean, if we look at Nelly here on the racing hard tyres, and look at his lap times, he's been doing 38s and a couple of 37s. Got plenty of tyre life. He can get to the end quite comfortably. Jason into the pits. Art Pal, again, great tyres. Yeah. Rich Blues.
38.
I wonder if Rich Blues.
Constant.
Has Rich Blues ever done 2 lap times back to back within less than half a tenth of a second before? Because if he hasn't, he has done it today. And being able to do consistent lap times is faster than being fast binning it. So Rich doing a great job at the moment.
Gary's buggered off now.
He has. Now,
Gary, he just stretched his legs a wee bit.
He has, hasn't he? It's a shame we don't get to see the tyre temperatures as well. We don't get to see the normal racing either. But, so Twilight having pitted, I think SRI might have pitted. Yeah, SRI's pitted. So we did see a moment ago Demon R's tyres and SGP's tyres. Those two haven't. So here's Demon R. So he's got a quarter gone on his front right, but SGP's got quite a bit more gone on his front right, and it will be down to the characteristics of the cars and also tits.
Yeah, Sylvia's got a tit sight.
That's might be the funniest thing you've ever said. Yeah, so if we get to say, so if we look at SGP's front right tyre,
it must be something for what's that film with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Twins.
And no, where he goes into this dimension world. Yeah, it must be Total Recall. You see the bit at the bar with the woman with the free tits. That's got on each side and one in the middle.
Oh dear. Oh god. Right, okay, we've got SRI, the Twilight down towards turn 1. Interesting, with having got spread out, it looks like the battles of the racing have calmed down a little bit. And obviously, we mentioned a bit earlier that we have got the boost on, and it is the champions that will have the boost in these races. However, the Group 3 guys should still be able to pull away, as Gary is doing now. So Gary, legit, is pulling away from these two. Although, let's see, SGP, SGP in 5th probably won't have the boost. Demon R in 6th probably won't have the boost either because it's too close. But this will help Gary break away.
Yeah, and it just how much is it helping Twilight and SRI catch up, because they're the same distance as SGP and Demon R from each other. So. And then who've we got behind? We've got, I think that's it. Yeah.
It's all a bit spread out. So we've got 2 battles going on at the moment. This one, SGP, Demon R, and then the other one on the Pack Cam, SRI and Twilight. But let's not forget, we've got Nelly leading the race. We've not seen him for a while, but he is still leading the race with Art Pal in 2nd place and Rich Blues in 3rd place, still going strong. SGP dummy in, it looks like it, the pit lane. Let's see. Now this is where the champions should be able to show how to race with boost, isn't it?
Good. Is the word you've got there?
Yeah, should.
Definitely. SRI's going for a move on the inside.
He is, yeah.
Kept it at the apex. Twilight's still there.
SGP's front right tyres taking a bit of a caning. As Critical closing in now. Critical's in a bit of a difficult situation, but this is where, take your time, keep those tyres cool. If you can make a move on the straight, go for it, but it could be risky. So he's got past SGP. Is he going to try going around the outside? He isn't, and here comes SGP to have a cheeky look. And SRI and the Pack Cam having a look up into turn 6. Might get that done, you know. If you can actually see where Twilight is.
Twilight's they're still side by side. They're giving plenty of room to each other.
Oh, well, the cameraman spotted it and decided to change cameras so you can actually see both cars. Critical's just missed the apex a bit there. That'll compromise him. Hopefully he won't affect his tyres too much, as SRI's got ahead of Twilight and open up the gap a little bit. Okay, come on, Critical. Get it slowed down nice. Get it turned in nice. Get it gently on the power. Did he have a bit of a wobble there?
Don't know. I was grabbing my beer.
Alright, it looked like he was having a little bit of a wobble, but now he should have a good run down the main straight, easy pass, and OSGP into the pits. And I'm not surprised because he was killing his front left tyre, front right tyre, and yeah, so going for a new set. But interestingly, Dean R's tyres, I think, are still looking very strong as we look at Nelly, and I think Art Pal, yeah, he's been closing that gap down, Ray.
Has he? I've not been at the reserve.
Well,
he's getting close. We can see him.
Yeah.
We can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
Yeah, there isn't any rain in this race. Now, interestingly, Nelly has done a 1:36.6, surrounded by mid-37s. Tyres still absolutely fine. It still looks like he's driving calm, sensible, and again, doing consistent lap times, which is really good to see. But it does look like Art Pal has been closing that gap. Let's see what lap time Nelly's going to do here.
1:36.
Yeah, 36.
No, yeah.
Art Pal's done a 36.9. Wow. His previous lap was a 36.6 as well. I didn't see what Nelly's lap time was because I just looked at Streamlabs and saw something that concerns me. But we're going to carry on. Okay, Critical got SRI behind him. Critical's got a penalty. That is going to be massively costly for him.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened there. But yeah, now he's got to come back through the pack. He should be able to do this on the straight, back through the pack, cam it down for the corner, and then after turn 3, get back on the power and get past these guys.
Yeah, and he should be fairly confident knowing that right behind him is his teammate, and I doubt very much Jason's going to attack him. Especially when now, this is what you're on about now, use the pace of the car, catch up SRI, see if you can get past before the corner, which he can, and then get it slowed down through this corner nicely and open that gap up once again.
Yeah, he just needs to keep doing that. Just even if he makes sure he's getting the apexes of the corner, there's not much the Group 4s can do. Is Jason's got little
touch, I think. A little touch up the wee Scotsman's killed. Yeah, you're absolutely right. With any of the Group 3 drivers, if you're ahead, you can keep to the racing line and get your apexes. Not only will it help you with your tyre temperatures and grip, it will mean that if a Group 4 is going to try and pass you, they're going to have to do it the hard way. So yeah, make them work for it. So this is where now, once again, he needs to get this brake in. Oh, he missed the apex. It's not going to hurt him too much, but he could have been 3 or 4 car lengths ahead, heading onto this back straight, pulling away, whereas he's going to be dragging the rest of them with him in this battle.
Well, compared to the Group 4s, that turbulence there, does the Group 3s make more?
It's a good question. Oh, Critical's had a big sideways moment as Demon R putting a bit of pressure on at Twilight, as Jason trying to put pressure on SRI, and Critical should be able to open that gap up once again. Maybe, bigger wing, more aerodynamics, so yeah, possibly does throw out more dirty air.
That's SRI having a moment there on the curb.
That carrier bag was full of dirty air. Okay, side by side they go into turn 6. Jason seems fairly confident trying to hang that BMW around the outside, but I do know that it has got quite a lot of mechanical grip as that BMW. It's SRI now on the outside. Demon taking a very wide line by the looks of it. And who's that in the background? Is that Steve F1 slowly closing in? I think it is.
It's been side by side most of the lap. SRI and Jason, and now we've got Twilight and Demon jumping on.
Oh, SRI's gone to take the route that Kimi Raikkonen took a few years ago. And unfortunately, it
What,
doesn't
retirement?
work. Retirement, no. Kimi Raikkonen just went off there, didn't he? And trying to go down the service road, but the gate was locked. Do you not remember that? It looks like Twilight's going slow down the main straight. I'm guessing he's just had a bit of a moment with somebody. It might have been Steve F1. Let him back through. Steve F1 and Jason battling. It's been a while since they've had a battle, but they were fighting earlier on. They're trading green paint at the moment.
He's on Jason's green side. Oh, he's took a lot of that curb. I don't know if he'll get a penalty for that, but
I think
he kind of... Yeah, it just looked like he took a lot of the curb over the line. But I don't know what how the game works. Oh, what's going on here? Is he going round the outside?
It's getting a little bit... Twilight watching this is Steve F1 now trying to make a bit of a move on Demon R. Demon R got the inside covered. This is a great opportunity for Critical to pull away if these guys are really going to start fighting. Just please, Critical, get that final corner, get it nice, and you'll bugger off up the road. Leave these guys to... Oh, he's wide again.
Yeah, he's not touching that apex, is he?
No. Oh, yeah. It's kind of... I think it's catch-22. I mean, maybe he's pushing a bit too hard in that middle sector and hasn't got the grip in the final corner. But and I know I drove that BMW, and yeah, you got to look after it. If you look after it, it'll look after you. As Jayton, whoa, nearly looked after his teammate's BMW for him.
Yeah. Maybe had to fix the aero on the back end of it.
Quite possibly. Now, it may sound like we're picking on Critical here. We're not. It's just he's the feature of this battle at the moment and has been for quite a bit. But on the pack cam, Ray, Artpal is right up behind Nelly. But yeah, so let's keep an eye out for Critical through this middle sector. If he has a single moment of getting sideways or missing an apex or a little wobble there, it's going to have knock-on effects. Can he get it slowed down? Steve F1 having a cheeky look. He's kind of got it held. Oh no!
Oh, Steve F1.
I think Steve F1. I think Critical was had it nice and calm there. Steve F1 helps him around on this occasion. Okay, now we're back to the front. So Nelly, interestingly, Nelly's lap times have been fantastic actually. Consistent 37, but Artpal's been low 36ers and a 35.9. So Nelly's been driving a brilliant race, but Artpal's just closed that gap down relentlessly. I mean, his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 laps it is, I think, all in the 36ers. Is now trying to go around the outside and Nelly through turn 6 and 7. Can't quite get it done.
He's going to go for it. I don't think there's much point of going for a switchback there because it turns into a left-hander. Now, where would I think he's best setting himself up for the final corner, getting it slowed down, turned in, and then back on the power and get the hopefully get the top end speed before turn 1.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how these two do fight this out. Oh, Nelly's missed the apex a bit, and this is a perfect example. So yeah, Nelly missing the apex a little bit, and it benefits Artpal massively. All the way down this straight. Yeah, he'll get the move done here, down into 1, I reckon.
Side by side, Nelly try to keep Artpal tight as much as possible, but Artpal's like, I'm coming across if you like it or not. Nelly's... he was looking, wasn't he?
He was looking, but I don't think he was ever really going to go for it, which is really good to see. I don't mean he wasn't never going to go for it because he's not good enough for anything like that. It's sensible racing.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, why go for a risky move now and potentially ruin both your races? As you said with Artpal, set him up, and clearly putting that pressure on perhaps led to Nelly going that little bit deep at Young Cow, and that's what's put Art Pal right there. And the question now is, can Nelly close that back in?
Yeah, Harpal doesn't have a problem being out wide, does he?
No. Critical's just giving Jason a bump draft, by the way, on the main straight.
Jason's off. Was that the bump draft?
It might be going too fast. Okay, Nelly and Art Pal, they're battling a bit through Pico de
like,
Pato. Go.
Brakes, yeah. Brakes, nah.
Fahrtlager. Oh, Art Pal's got a little deeper at the final corner. It's so easily done as well. That might give Nelly a bit of a run. But this is what we're saying. If you're in Nelly's position, yeah, that bit of a battle through the middle sector wasn't about trying to make a move in that middle sector. It's get the other car out of position at the final corner. It's not quite worked for Nelly here because Art Pal still managed to get a decent exit, but
slow into turn one.
He was, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was very slow into turn one. I think that might have got Nelly out a wee bit there, and Nelly's hit the brakes.
Maybe it was not Art Pal slow in turn one, maybe it was Nelly quick in turn one.
That could have been. I don't know, I just looked at Nelly more at the apex compared to Art Pal's not really hitting the apex curbs. Maybe he's a wee bit, what's the word, insensitive or something he's wide, the curbs might spin him. Maybe?
I kind of know the word you're thinking of, but yeah, not insensitive. Okay, still battling on the pack cam. We've got 4 cars battling down into turn 1. Jason ahead of that little gang of the cars, and I do believe we've had a retiree as Nelly once again gets very close here. And let's see, is he going to try and go in for a move? No, he isn't.
Well, he's got to slow down more than Art Pal and made the apex, but has it got the grunt up over the hill and
far away?
Yeah, honestly, Art Pal's just got a wee bit better acceleration.
I'm wondering if Nelly might be over revving this car. He might have been better doing a little bit of short shifting in the slipstream, might benefit a bit. He seems to be quicker into 1, but I think that's Art Pal being a little more tentative.
Let me see. Yeah, Nelly's waiting for the limiter to flash before he's changing gear.
Now, it could just be because he's in the battle and not really sort of seeing that or thinking that. But yeah, so...
He's short shifting now.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was Art Pal. That was Art Pal. Sorry, I didn't know the camera had changed.
Okay. Okay, on the pack cam, we've still got Critical just a bit ahead of Jason as Art Pal goes slightly defensive. I must admit, what I'm liking here is we're not seeing Art Pal and Nelly going for wild attempted overtakes here, like trying to dive bomb up the inside into these corners. Art Pal's covering the defence. Nelly having a look at
bastards.
Oh no, it is no action. But the thing is, though, this is brilliant racing. So let's see who's going to get the final corner right for the penultimate time. Art Pal's got it slowed down better. He almost looked like he still went in a bit hot, but he's actually got a great one out there. Let's see if Nelly... okay, he's done a slightly shorter shift there. Come on, shift it now, shift it now, shift it now. It's
we're on Art Pal.
Oh, yes, we are. Oh. That'd be why he didn't shift it. Okay, we're on to the final lap of the race there. Nelly once again closes up. I'm liking this from Art Pal, though. He's kind of covering Nelly off in that first corner. I like it.
Yeah, Nelly had the car. His car was turning better than Art Pal's into that sector, but he just didn't have anywhere to go with it.
Well, let's see what happens. And now, interestingly, a bit further back. Jason is ahead of Critical, so we've got a Group 4 ahead of a Group 3. We haven't seen much of Rich Blues or formerly Gary for a while, but that's because they're having a non-event race in 3rd and 4th as Nelly closing in. Artpal not defending. Oh, Nelly, that was a lot of curve taken.
Yeah. I'll be surprised if he doesn't get a penalty for that, but we'll see.
He may have to be careful of having dirty tyres. But I mean, to be fair, we haven't really seen
Yeah,
it.
look at his switches. He's waiting for it to flash, and then he's switching the gears. Oh, he's looking.
He is. Artpal's got a bit wide. Nelly! Oh, no. Oh, excuse me. Okay, Artpal running away at the moment. Pat Cam very busy behind Critical, but Artpal looks like he's going to take the victory here in Brazil, and it's going to be his 2nd ever win in the DGT League. Nelly so close. We'll come to that final corner in a moment. 2nd place for him. Rich Blues in 3rd. What a race he's had. Formerly Gary in 4th. And then we've got this battle as the Pat Cam is watching Rich over towards the line, as this is very, very busy. How is Jason still ahead of Critical?
I don't know if he's been bum drafting him or Critical's just not going for the moves. SRI's got ahead of him.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe he's overcooked the tyres. Okay, let's see how. I mean, obviously we've not been looking at that battle, so we've no idea what has really been happening. It has been on the Pat Cam as SGP gives Critical a bit of a nudge, and around SGP goes. I thought SRI had a slow exit in the corner then, but it's just Critical's faster car. Is Critical going to be able to get his teammate Jason?
Twilight's on, so SRI might have had that. So exit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Twilight. Critical does get ahead of Jason. Jason finishes just ahead of SRI and Twilight, and then we've got SGP and Demon R at the back. I think Demon R was waiting for SGP, so maybe there was a bit of contact after we saw SGP's car tag the back of Critical. Okay, in a moment we will have a look at the race result and everything, but I just quickly need to stop the recording in a moment, Ray, because the clock stopped on it. Which last time this happened, it still recorded. Sod's Law means this time it probably won't. Now, I noticed it about 20 laps into the race. The time stopped on 5 minutes 47 seconds. So, we're going to stop the recording and hope that the viewers can actually hear this right now, and we'll be back in a second. Yay! It didn't error, thankfully. So no heart attacks necessary. Genuinely, it was a concerning moment that. Right, okay, so first off, just want to say congratulations to Artpal. Very well done on winning that race, but also congratulations to Nelly on having a cracking race after lap 1. Just so unfortunate with that spin on the final corner. And interestingly, Ray, I don't know if you noticed it. Obviously, we were talking a lot in that about the final corner, and get that final corner right, you've got a chance then for the rest of the lap. On that last approach to it, Nelly kind of had a bit of a dummy look, and when he sort of took back in behind, he didn't use all the road. So he was kind of a car width away from the edge of the track, and then when he turned in for the corner, he was actually on the apex curb. And I think that tighter line, steering a bit more and being on that curb, is unfortunately what has resulted in spinning him. Because I know I've been in that position, and you just try and get on the throttle a little bit earlier. But adding the factor of touching the curb, tighter line, bit more steering, it's just punished him. So I really do feel for him on that one. But yeah, okay. So should we have a look at the confirmed race result?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Well, in first place is Artpal, and how many points has Artpal got?
Artpal's got 20 points.
Fantastic. In second place is Nelly, and how many points has Nelly got?
17.
No, he hasn't.
Second place is 17.
I know it is, but unfortunately for Nelly, a report has been placed. And to be fair, he has reported himself as well, which we can't go into full detail on because it hasn't been written up yet. But short version, lap 1, first corner, Nelly tagged the back of Rich Blues into that first corner and it spun Rich Blues around, and Nelly didn't wait. Now, to be fair, Nelly has reported himself for it, and that'll be on the steward's report. And I don't know about you, Ray, but I think sometimes when a driver reports themselves, it at least shows awareness that if at the time they didn't know they'd done something wrong, they have at least taken a look afterwards and gone, yeah, I've made a mistake there. Put their hands up. Because to me, that shows if it's not awareness at the time, it's post-race awareness. And I like that.
Yeah.
So how many points has Nelly got?
I don't know how many he's lost.
I nearly said 15, but that's how many points he's got. So it is a -3 point penalty, I think, for Nelly. If I've got that wrong, it will be updated shortly. So yeah, unfortunate for Nelly, but also unfortunate for Rich Blues, who finishes in 3rd place. Yeah, how many points for Rich Blues?
15. So it's equal points.
Oh, wait, now interestingly, I do know that because Rich did put a report in on Nelly, which is fully understandable. And there are a couple of points.
And also Nelly put in the report on his belt, so he must have went and had a look at it and went, "Ah, shit."
You do realise that that's what I've just spent 30 seconds saying?
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
sorry.
Literally, like 30 seconds ago, I just went like post-race awareness. If he didn't realise at the time he'd made a mistake, he's been and had a look at it afterwards and realised he's made a mistake. Jesus.
Sorry,
are you deaf or what? Oh?
Nah, my brain just went elsewhere.
To be fair, that's fine. It's understandable. Now, yeah, Rich Blues, I mean, to be fair, after lap 1, Rich has had a brilliant race, I think. We saw him having a few sideways moments, but we didn't see him there was no spins, there was no crashes, so brilliantly well done to him. Formerly Gary in 4th place, and how many points for Gary?
13
points for Gary. Now, I think for Gary, the first half of that race was very difficult for Gary as he was trying to work out the car. The second half of the race was much better for him. Once he broke away from the pack, he was able to settle down, and yeah, I think he's driven quite nicely there. Okay, 5th place.
I think it is when he got the radio message of short shift Gary and you'll fuck off.
Well, yeah, that's one way of putting it. Yeah. I mean,
and that's why he started. He pissed off, didn't he? He was like,
absolutely,
okay.
Yeah. Now, I mean, that's one of the interesting things where obviously Gary hadn't driven the car, so he didn't really know. And basically, yeah, it was a case of during the race in that early stint, he was not pulling away on the straights, which he should have been doing. And yeah, it turns out it's because he was extending the gears in the Jag, short shift it. And it's the same with Jason in the BMW. He was kind of extending the gears and he's got no speed in practice. As soon as we told him, nah, try short shifting it, now it's on pace. So yeah, Gary, I mean, I do like it when a driver hears...
I think it wasn't so much that he had the car, he was doing a wee bit of practice on it. I think it was more the knowledge that other drivers have on different cars.
Yeah.
And given that knowledge, like, we don't know it, we keep some bits to ourselves, but we give some knowledge out to the other drivers, and I think Gary just took that on board right away and was gone.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was about to say. It's nice when a driver's perhaps struggling a little bit. You give them a little bit of information to help them, and they go, oh, "Okay," and they try it, and it works, and it's brilliant. So yeah, okay. So 5th place is Critical. How many points for Critical?
12 points.
12 points for him. Tough race for Critical, that one. And a lot of it came down to, as we were mentioning at the time, those little sideways moments and missing a couple of apexes. It just overheats the tyres in that BMW. We talked about it on the team's reveal video we did the other day. That BMW, if you look after it, it'll look after you. And we know Critical can drive quick. It's going to sound bad, this. It needs to work out how to drive slow, and that car will be quick. Yeah. Now, interestingly, pipped his teammate to the finish line. So Jason finished in 6th place. So how many points for the top finish in Group 4?
You got 11 points. 11.
11. Now, for anyone that isn't sure, Jason's 11 points will be added to Critical's 12 points. Obviously, all of the team points will be added together. We'll get onto those in a little while. Jason's had a bit of an interesting race there. Now, a couple of things to sort of mention is we saw it a bit on the footage, Jason's car jumping around a little bit. We've seen Jason's car lagging badly before. What we've seen here isn't lagging badly, but there did seem to be quite a bit of contact between Jason's car and other cars when they were side by side. And having known Jason for as long as I have, I would not like to believe that Jason drives that way, because I've never had that issue with him, and yeah, I tend to know what he drives like. So I'm wondering if there was a bit of a visual difference to perhaps what Jason was seeing, or maybe Jason was actually being contacted by other cars. I don't know. But we've had it before in other races, haven't we, in previous championships, where a few of the drivers in the pack have perhaps mentioned Jason's name a few times about a bit of contact. And I know I've said before, it could be lag, and he's not doing it intentionally. He might not even know that there's any contact. And if I would like to think that is the case. However, it did look a little bit messy on occasion during that race. Yeah, I mean, Critical did apparently tell him that it was a dirty championship, so that might not have helped.
Hopefully it didn't.
I hope he didn't as well.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, one of the things I have done is I did ask Jason to share his replay, because I do want to have a look at it, just to see what he was seeing, because it's a case of if you watch his replay and there's no contact or other cars are lagging around him, it can it just puts more information to the pot of knowledge. So it's difficult in a way to really comment on Jason's race there, because I think we did see, at least on the race footage here, a few moments of just small contacts, but potentially small contacts that have ended up with cars off the road. Yeah. So, SRI, 7th place. How many points for that ball bag? Sorry, for that carrier bag.
10.
10? Okay, 10 points for SRI. Did a pit stop as well during that race. I think Jason did. 2 pit stops. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
And only just finished ahead of Twilight by less than 1/10 of a second. Bit of an up and down race then for SRI if he's done 2 pit stops. Twilight in 8th place. How many points for him?
Twilight 8th, he gets 9 points.
9 points. Now, he was right in the mix of the pack battle all the way through that race, and from what I can gather, he thoroughly enjoyed the race. And probably even more so the fact that his teammate has taken maximum points. Interestingly, it'll be interesting to see. Go on.
Was that 28 points? Then what's Jason and
Jason and Critical have got, it was 12 and 11, so 23.
Alright.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I do think Art Pal and Twilight will be leading the championship, but yeah, it will be interesting to see the 14 points in a moment. And for any of you mathematicians out there, you probably look at the screen and know exactly how many points they've got. At the time of me and Ray looking at this, we haven't got everyone's points, but anyway. Yeah. Okay, so
I'm not getting my calculator out.
yeah, SGP in 9th place. How many points for him?
9th place is 8 points.
So Twilight got 9 points then. Yeah, so
Yeah.
right, so Art Pal and Twilight have got 29 points then. Yeah, so SGP, I mean, we saw him having a couple of spins and one on the last lap of the race as well. So a bit unfortunate for him. But I think for SGP, I don't know, I think his main aim in this championship is to help Rich Blues have the best championship he can have. So, yeah. I
don't know, because he says, oh, Rich is getting on, and we never fucking see Rich.
Well, yeah, that is true. That is true. Okay, Demon R, 10th place, so I'm guessing it is 7 points for Demon R.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, a bit of an unfortunate one for Demon R there. I think one of the things we saw during this race was...
I think it was that last corner incident.
Yeah.
No, everything was going well until that, and I think it looked like somebody parked it on the apex and it got out SGP, but Demon R was that close that it ended up catching Demon R, catching SGP. So I don't know. I'd like to go back and look and see if SGP was spinning before Demon R.
Yeah, it's a good question. Okay, and then in 11th place is Steve F1. And how many points for Steve F1?
None.
Well, that is a topic for discussion.
Is it?
Yeah.
He DNF'd.
Well, he did, but one of the things we're doing in this championship is, because it's a team's championship, and if a teammate isn't able to attend the race, then you are potentially, as a team, getting punished a bit. We sort of said that what we would do is a non-attending teammate will score 1 point. Well, if your teammate attends but doesn't finish the race, they've done more than the non-attendee. So I think they should deserve that point.
No, he had the choice of getting 6 points and he DNF'd.
Oh, okay. We might have to have an admin's chat about this one then. So at the moment, Steve F1 has either got 6 points, 1 point, or no points. But if SGP had his way,
well, he's not got 6 points because he's DNF'd. He's got zip nil.
Well, we'll see about that when we confirm the team points in a moment. Okay, so yeah, as I mentioned, for those drivers who have not been able to attend, they will score 1 point. That being Nelly's teammate, Demon R's teammate, SRI's teammate, and I think that was it. Oh, Bob scores a point as well. Ghost Racer. So yeah, now what we'll do, now we haven't got the points, so I won't put us through the drudgery of trying to work it out as we go, Ray. I will do the confirmation once I've got all the images ready. But basically, the teammates will have their points put together for a team's championship, and then we'll have the drivers' standings where it will be highlighted who is in the group 3s and who is in the group 4s. So there are kind of 3 championships on the go here, but it is the teams one that really is the main one in this. But yeah, so in a moment we will go and have a look at those. Now, is there anything else that you want to mention, Ray, before we get on to that?
Why are trans people good at carpentry?
Go on.
They've experience at cutting off the excess wood.
Oh my god. shocking. That's bad. That's just bad.
Why can't midgets wear tampons?
Go on.
Because they'll trip over the string, for fuck's sake.
Okay, that was funny. That's disgusting, right? I can't believe you would come up with or get a joke as bad as that. Oh dear. Well, it could be worse. I was at the airport the other day and a woman fainted in front of me and she fell on the baggage carousel. But she was slowly coming around. Right. On that bombshell. Actually, don't say bombshell and airports. It's not a good idea. Right. Thank you, Ray, for joining us on commentary.
No worries. Thank you for having us. And thank you to everybody behind the scenes and the drivers. And 0 point, Steve F1.
We'll see. Bye.
Ta-da!
Okay, quickly, before we go into looking at the team standings and all that lot, obviously myself and Ray were having a bit of a conversation there about points for drivers who haven't attended and what could happen with someone who attends and doesn't finish, should they get a point. Post commentary last night and this morning, as I'm adding this bit in, the admins have been talking, and we're not going to do a point for drivers that don't attend. And one of the sort of main reasons given by the admins was if a driver or team was to lose a championship by 1 point, and that 1 point has come from when a driver hasn't attended, it might not go down too well. So there isn't going to be any sort of free points if you don't turn up for the events, which may seem a bit unfortunate for the teammates that do turn up when their teammate can't, but unfortunately that's the way the cookie's going to crumble. However, there is something else that we are going to do. And as you might notice, if you look at the screen, it's changed slightly. So in this championship, what we're going to be doing is giving a pole position bonus point for pole position of each class. So Art Pal, having pole position of the Group 3s, gets a bonus point, and Demon R, who was pole position of the Group 4s, also gets a bonus point. So those points will be added on to the standings and the team standings when we get to that in a moment. So just something a little extra for the drivers that do make it to the races, a little extra bonus for them to fight for. Okay, now we've got that result confirmed, let's take a look at what that does to the championship standings. So, Art Pal leading the way then on a maximum 21 points, with taking the victory and the pole position, with Rich Blues now in second place on 15 points, Nelly in third on 14, with Nelly getting that 3-point penalty, does drop him down to third. Formula Gary in fourth place gets 13 points, and then we've got Critical in fifth on 12. Jason in sixth place gets 11 points, with SRI in seventh on 10. Twilight in eighth place on 9 points, and then we've got SGP and Demon R now tied ninth, both on 8 points, with Demon R getting the bonus point for pole position. Steve F1 did not finish, so no points for him, and then we had Jimmy, Conrad, Hay and Bob, who all could not make it. You will see there is a seat available, so if you do want to get involved in the Dynamic GT League, drop us a message on the Facebook page, and yeah, we'll see if we can get you involved in the practice sessions before we look at getting anybody involved in the actual races. And if somebody does come along, then they will become Bob's teammate in the Group 3 Toyota. Okay, let's take a look then at what that has done to the team standings. Okay, so for the first teams championship standings, we have the Twat team of Art Pal and Twilight in the Corvette on 30 points. We've got the Power Trips in the Dodge Vipers in second place, actually tied second place with BMW Fahrtlag. Both teams on 23 points. Then we've got Rod on Your Nelly. That's Conrad and Nelly. Obviously Conrad not able to race today, but Nelly bagging 14 points for them. Then we've got in 5th place Jag 2 Wits. That's Steve F1 and Formula Gary in the Jags on 13 points. Then we've got Hayraker and the Baby Maker. Might be a James Bond title, or maybe it's just the title of SRI's sex tape. So Hay and SRI in the Mercs, 10 points for them. Then in the Nissans we've got Trust in the Speed, Demon R and Jimmy unable to race, so Demon R taking the 8 points. And then we've got the Ghost Racer in the Toyota, and that is Bob on nil point. Right, that's it, everybody, for this week's event. The next race is going to be from Sardegna A. Very different challenge to this particular circuit, but it'll be interesting to see how the drivers get on there, given the experience of having raced around this track today. Right, thanks for listening, watching. You know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, and smash that notifications bell. And we'll see you all again soon.